Hello everybody and welcome back to AlexElliottGolf and welcome to the channel if you're a brand new viewer. Don't forget to subscribe, plenty of content coming to help you in your golf game. So today's video is all about the secret to hitting your long irons pure. Now in my opinion these long irons, so I'd categorise this from kind of 5, 4 and 3 iron, is something where a lot of amateurs really struggle to get a consistent strike, get a distance. They very often hit these kind of irons at very similar distances, and again it's very hard for them to score. And if you ask most amateurs, if we talk about the length of golf course, they're generally hitting these irons a lot more than your better players. So we're going to talk about a simple drill today of how we can actually achieve a better strike, hopefully some more distance to help you achieve better scores out on the golf course. So my biggest reason to why amateurs struggle with these longer irons, so like we said before, we're categorising these irons as your 5, 4 and 3 iron, is that as they come into impact, they don't get a lot of forward shaft lean. So we wouldn't be in a position where we've got our hands ahead of the golf ball, we've got a flat lead wrist and our bottom of the arc happening past the golf ball. A lot of amateurs get into this position here where they're trying to scoop the ball into the air. They've added dynamic loft, so the loft of the golf club at impact is increased. Their bottom of the arc is happening behind the golf ball and they get this glancing strike and strikes towards the bottom and the leading edge. So it's very hard for them to create that nice centered contact for one, which gives more distance, more ball speed, and also they're always adding trajectory. So if you're thinking and adding loft to the club face, which is causing a higher trajectory, so they're always adding dynamic loft. So you're turning now your 5 iron to something closer to probably a 7 iron. So you can see here, if you keep doing that with all your longer irons, you're going to really struggle for that distance and that difference in distances between certain clubs. And you accompany that with a missed strike, you can see again how those distances don't really vary. So like we're saying here is, my biggest reason why people struggle with their long irons is that as they come into impact, we don't have this forward shaft lean and bottom of the arc happening past the golf ball. We see a lot of people swing into the golf ball, let go of all this angle, try and scoop this ball up into the air. We'd see a cupped lead wrist, added loft to the golf club, and then we try and see them get that ball into the air because they feel, and when they look at the club and address, that there's not a lot of loft from the club face. So they feel they've got to do something to get that ball into the air, where actually, that's actually giving them more harm than good. So what we'd like to actually achieve by this video is, now you understand why a lot of people struggle to hit these long irons. So we're trying to say they're scooping it, almost looking like we're going to hit a driver almost because we've got the bottom of the arc happening before the golf ball. We want to actually achieve the complete opposite. We want to achieve that position where we've got that club head bottom of the arc happening past the golf ball and we've got that lead wrist flat at impact and these bottom half opening up. So you can see here the difference between this position and this position. Weight on the right side, scooping of the golf ball, whereas now we've got open of the hips, weight through the left heel, lead wrist to be flat, keeping the club face square, and then from there we've got bottom of the arc, bruising action happening past the golf ball. So you can see there are two really big differences in positions. We've got one that looks very dynamic and very athletic, one that looks very scoopy and weak and glancing into the golf ball. So today's drill is really going to help you achieve the former. We're going to really try and achieve that bottom of the arc happening past the golf ball and stop you scooping these long irons, which is the biggest reason you're struggling for strike, distance and taming that direction and curvature. So this is a drill that I would say would help a lot of people with all their iron shots, but most importantly those longer irons, those 5, 4 and 3 irons. So we said the biggest reason why people struggle getting that consistent strike is that scooping of the golf ball into the air. Now I've placed an alignment stick here roughly 6 inches in front and feeling that we're going to swing the golf club underwards. It's nowhere near our hands here, so we're not going to injure ourselves that way. So like we said, we're going to categorise that scoop as something where we would swing up and collide into this alignment stick. Whereas we want to feel, like we said before, a stronger, more dynamic impact position where we're reducing that dynamic loft and we start to see this ball and strike and bottom of the arc happen past the golf ball. So what I want you to feel is really simple here. I want you to feel a foot after impact, this golf club is as far away from us as possible. So if we're in this position here, we know we've got more weight on the left, would be in a closer position to our hands being ahead of the golf ball and a flatter lead wrist. Whereas if this golf club was closer to us, you can see here, if I scoop, you can see this golf club is working closer to us as to a position where it's low to the ground or lower to the ground and further away from us a foot after impact. So simply, if I feel like I avoid this alignment stick, I know I've got a better position with my longer irons. So what I want you to do is, I want you to grab 4 golf balls. I want you to firstly start off with a pause at the top. So I'm going to swing to the top, I'm going to pause, then I'm going to hit I'm going to really feel like I could tell that finish, to really over-exaggerate that feeling of a low golf club to the finish, okay? So this is how I want to hit this first one. Swing to the top, pause, really feel like you keep that club low. So I've really over-exaggerated that feeling there. I got a nice divot after the ball, and that trajectory was really, really low, but it's a really nice strike. So that low trajectory told me I was in a better position. I've reduced that dynamic loft, I've not added it, and I know there my contact was more centered from bottom to top edge. So again, I know I was hitting more down on that golf ball to give me a better strike and a better movement through the golf ball. So that was my first stage. Second stage, I want you to feel like you make a normal swing now and really hold that position on the way through again. So we're feeling here, club face is low to the ground and as far away from possible. We're not scooping and gliding into that alignment stick. So all the way through now and holding that position. It's gone a little bit through there, but really feeling that that club head was as far away as possible and I was swinging under that alignment stick. But again, a nice divot past the golf ball, a really nice strike and a good trajectory. So finally, and I always like to do this, have sets of 4, because this is now where you put into a real scenario. All we're doing now is we're trying to avoid the alignment stick and make as normal swing as possible. So we'd hopefully be training now a position where we've got a stronger, we're opening up, hands ahead of the golf ball, as opposed to a position where we're scooping these long irons up into the air. Right, I'm going to hit this one normally now. A little bit thin, probably wasn't as good as I wanted there, but I was really concentrating, like we're saying, keeping that club head as far away from us as possible after impact and swinging under the alignment stick. And one more to finish. So remember our set of 4. One where we pause at the top, feel this position on the way through. Second one where we do it all the way through, but feel the position on the way through. And 2 to finish, going to be more closer to what we do out on the golf course. So let's go again. Final one. Really nice hit there, really nice penetrating trajectory, getting a lot of distance out of it, and a really nice divot on the floor. A lot of people really struggle with those, like we said before, that scooping, either the thin shots or no divot at all, and also those fat shots. So this drill helps you train the complete opposite. So we're trying to train an impact position that looks closer towards here, than not scooping up into the air. So we know here if we swung lower to the ground on the way through, we worked our body better, and it's going to help us train closer to what we want. Now, it's not going to change that much straight away, but if we certainly know what we're training and looking for, then we're going to be working in the right direction. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.